Good morning, everyone. Heartiest greetings from Press Express UAE office. I am Sheikh Mohammad Fauzul Mubin, editor, Press Express. Today, here with me presents the most dignified guest, Honorable my senior brother, Karim. He is the human rights activist from USA. Welcome, Jia Bhai.
Thank you.
On the other hand, I have with me Mr. Ashish Kotadia. He is the official spokesperson of National Youth Congress of India. Welcome, Mr. Ashish. At the same time, I have here with me again Mr. Sumon Perves. He is the organizing secretary of Indian wing of Bangladesh Chhatr League and also the former international secretary of WSY. So today our topic is very important. Yesterday we seen EU ambassador Mr. Michael Miller has stated his statement over reform over election. Let's hear his statement from Press Express desk.
Has long been seen as a champion of democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. But is its current stance on Bangladesh's political crisis a step in the right direction? On May 5, 2025, EU Ambassador Michael Miller expressed support for Bangladesh's interim government, endorsing its reform agenda and urging more time for its implementation. While reforms are undoubtedly necessary, there's one glaring issue the EU has overlooked: the urgent need for inclusive elections. Since the ousting of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, Bangladesh has spiraled into chaos. Lawlessness is rampant, and the rise of extremist groups is threatening the social fabric of the nation. Dr. Yunus's interim government, backed by radical political forces, has allowed these groups to spread violence and undermine women's rights. Under this regime, women advocating for their rights are labeled anti-Islamic and subjected to cruel fatwas. These forces aim to confine women to the household, pushing the country toward a dark future, one where religious extremism reigns. The interim government has also dismantled the judicial system, removed top judges, and unleashed a wave of politically motivated cases. Human rights violations are escalating, and the economy is collapsing. The EU's focus on reforms, without acknowledging the critical need for elections, risks continuation of undemocratic rule, deepening lawlessness and human rights abuses. What Bangladesh needs right now is urgent, inclusive elections, a legitimate government chosen by the people. Only then can true reforms take place, backed by democracy and accountability.
Reform over election. What consequence Bangladesh may face? The question I would like to ask Mr. Karim, the human rights activist from USA.
Thank you very much for adding me. Thanks, other participant, and thank you for those who is watching right now or who will be watching later on. So, the EU always intervene our election or any other election. Any other nation, if you look at India or Europe, they don't go and they don't tell anybody that's okay, you cannot do this, you can do that. They don't have any right to say that uh, they don't have any right to dictate somebody except those country uh, does not have any power. If they are a superpower, European Union will not go there and say, okay, you need to have a different kind of election. So this is undermine that Bangladesh is not doing well or not in democratic state. So what they are saying, okay, you need to have an election which ensure that everybody can participate. That's inclusive election. I believe uh, the Army General, Army Chief Wakaruzaman stated also he want to see the inclusive election. But what we are seeing is different than inclusive. Yunus have never spoken with uh, Awami League or Jatiyo Party or anybody who was involved in the independence of Bangladesh. So that's not inclusiveness, that's exclusiveness. And then stability and law the video that there is no law and order. They are a mob everywhere. They are attacking the women because of their dresses. They are attacking the minorities also. They have vandalized uh, the minorities' houses, like Ahmadiyya community, Hindu community, Christian community, everywhere. There is no law. The women been attacked because in Dhaka University, one of the women was passing by, and she was asked why she has different skirt and how she was wearing it. So they she complained to the police, and police arrested that person. And later on, what we have seen, the mob group went there and they released that person. So this is kind of going on and on in Bangladesh. So what Inus is saying, Dr. Inus is saying, he wanted a reform before election. The reason behind he's saying, oh, uh, there was no up voter list. There there was election rigging. So we need to have a fair and free election. We need to fix this. But so far, we have not seen anything toward that direction. Reform, if he believe in reform, he should have done something. So, okay, what will be the minimum salary of a government worker? A huge population in Bangladesh is involved in export and import export of garments sector and other sectors. So he never mentioned that, okay, what will be the salary of a rickshawala or gadiwala or somebody, right? They are the heart and soul of Bangladesh. Or he has not done anything that was sure that the the poor people will have a better life, or the farmer will get their fair value for that goods. He has not done any reform on that. He's saying that he want to do reform without giving exactly what he want to do, because to all he want to do, he want to stay in power, so he want to linger so he can stay in power. And he what he has done is he created a sponsored mob justice in Bangladesh. So if somebody said, okay, we want an election, this group, the NCP, is his party, Dr. Yunus's party, is attacking those people who want to demand something. If the women want the free and fair share, they will attack the women. If the Ansar BDP, when they demand their fair salaries, this group attacked them. It's been happening since August last year. So we're seeing that the lawlessness, because the state sponsored them. And what we have seen recently, so is one of his technique to do this is he does not have to give election. What you have seen is that they are giving the corridor to Myanmar, which they don't need to, because you have seen in different places in the world, Gaza, then Bosnia Herzegovina, other places who have given the corridor, they are being attacked because there is no agenda that's who will monitor this corridor, or what item will go through it, and what is the assurance that there are other party involved with that they will be not attacked. Myanmar is involved with it, India is involved with it, China has interest, US has interest, the other country has an interest on it. So what I said before also, that Myanmar has a border with Thailand. Why they cannot give corridor from Thailand? Why cannot they have a corridor through Laos? Or why not from through India? Why is Bangladesh? Because Bangladesh, he does not care about Bangladesh or the people of Bangladesh. He care about himself. He's centric kind of person, that he care about his company. If you look at it, what he has done in last 9 months, he promoted his organization, which is Grameen. If you look at who is the deputy press secretary, his nephew, he put some of the cabinet uh, who is linked with Grameen organization. Everybody is connected to Grameen. That's what is happening. He has given permission to have a Grameen university. So all these things is look like that he want to stay in power, and to stay in power he want to create a chaos. And he have seen lawlessness, like the fundamentalist is what he has is doing in Bangladesh. They're coming on the street having an ISIS flag all over, and international media are seeing it. They are not speaking about that okay, we don't need to cooperate the Yunus government. What I have seen the statement from the European Union, which is uh, is undermine Bangladesh democracy. So
Yeah,
I don't.
thank you, dear Karim bhai. We understand that you clearly mentioned that the reform that they're doing is to fulfill the personal agenda or the bias agenda by current unconstitutional interim government.
Yeah,
And also we are witnessing massive continuous lawlessness in Bangladesh. And also we don't know we are very concerned about the future of Bangladesh politics. So you see, the tension is going on between Pakistan and Bangladesh. At the same time, we see that the declaration of a human corridor between Myanmar and Bangladesh, when Myanmar said that they don't know anything, and that then and also we see the ongoing civil war in Myanmar itself. So in this current context, where where the tension is really rising up, I would like to come to Mr. Ashish Kotadia. So how India like Indian regime and from your political party is seeing this situation, Mr. Ashish, please.
See, yeah, absolutely. The fundamental question which I want to raise here is about that why is the European Union stance on Bangladesh reform and the elections is not just problematic, but strategically biased, morally inconsistent, and dangerously destabilizing. Right. So I would bifurcate my answer into 5 to 6 points. The number one is about the political turbulence in Bangladesh, a crisis misread by the West. Number two is about the Sheikh Hasina, a proven democratic and unforgiving neighborhood. Number three is about the Mohammad Yunus, who is known as from microfinance to macro danger, especially in Bangladesh. Number four is about the Hindu minority question, a painful reality ignored by the West. Number four is about the European Union's hypocritical silence on the Bangladesh political rift. And the last one is about the India's historical legacy and the present geopolitical song. See, we know that whatever has happened in Bangladesh, but especially when it's come to the India, I would definitely say this is not a matter of politics. It is a matter of international relations, geostrategic, and geopolitics. So India's stance on Bangladesh is absolutely clear and clear. Whatever the Muhammad Yunus government is saying or doing in the Bangladesh, it is absolutely unacceptable to India. The question is why? Because that government is not officially and democratically elected,
yeah,
right? So it is a kind of a de facto government. So we cannot recognize that unelected government within the Bangladesh. And whatever has happened in Bangladesh before few months back, that was unconstitutional. So Bangladesh is suffering from the lawlessness and the constitutional crisis right now. Especially, you must have seen the attacks on the Hindu Indian minorities in Bangladesh. The temple has been dismantled by the Bangladeshi army as well. So basically, they tried to destabilize the democratically elected Sheikh Hasina's government, and that is why her democratic relations with India, she had to left Bangladesh and came to India as well. So there are many questions which are really disturbing the Bangladesh. And the Bangladesh is one of the most strategically and the diplomatically significant country for the India, because we are sharing borders with Bangladesh as well. And we also played very significant role in 1971's election. But in recent months, the political tensions in Bangladesh have intensified. Why it got intensified? Because there have been protests, confrontations, and rising international commentary. But some reports have even alleged that the Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina was forced to flee, and a gross distortion of facts While it is true that political factions exist, what is more dangerous is the way foreign actors and foreign invaders have tried to frame this as a binary between the dictatorship and a democracy. Sheikh Hasina was really taking the side of democracy, constitution, and that is why she got elected third time as a prime minister of Bangladesh. And the opposition party, right, while picking the language of Pakistan, played very negative role during the last Bangladesh general elections. But despite all of being that, Sheikh Hasina was constitutionally running the government, but the foreign invaders and especially some, external forces played very significant role to destabilize the democratically elected Bangladeshi government. And recently, you must have seen what the Mohammad Yunus is doing within the Bangladesh. He's doing nothing. See the attacks on minority, the economic situation of the Bangladesh foreign ties with rest of the South Asia and especially the America and China. And as recently the senior human rights activist also emphasized on that corridor, Myanmar, Bangladesh, America as well. So all this, this things is showing an alarming situation for Bangladesh. So there must be officially and constitutionally elected government in Bangladesh. What the Bangladesh is need right now is about the inclusive, democratically and constitutionally elected government in the Bangladesh. And why the Mohammad Yunus is not ready to declare the election in Bangladesh? So it raises the question. And Bangladesh GDP played very significant role in the South Asia. Bangladesh is our alliance partner as well. And when it's come to the trade, we are sharing a very cordial board in the textile trade as well. So we cannot, reject the ties with the Bangladesh as well. But we are just officially indulged into international relations. But our prime minister also stated that there must be an elected government in Bangladesh, and we are expecting that the things will get normalized very soon, and the normalcy should be established within the region of Bangladesh. It is not a matter of only Bangladesh, but you can see the role of external forces, especially the Pakistan, China, Myanmar. You can see whatever has happened in Sri Lanka, whatever
Yeah,
has
Mr.
happened in
Ashish.
the
Yeah,
Myanmar.
you are right. Yeah, you are right. We have seen the role of like external forces, especially how the Pakistan narrative has been promoted through the Bangladesh media, and how intensively they're doing it. At the same time, they're funding, they're promoting the extremism, and also for their
Yes,
also for their activity, uh, how Bangladesh image has been rebranded around the globe. So, on this context, I would like to bring Mr. Sumon. If you can explain that how this extremism is rising in Bangladesh, and also attack on the like Hindu minority, please.
Thank you so much for having me here. First of all, I must say the current situation in Bangladesh is really alarming. There is no law. There is no law and order in Bangladesh. We have seen many times that minorities and women are being attacked by the Islamic extremists in Bangladesh. After 5th of August, when the regime of Mohammad Yunus started, we have seen people are upholding the flag of ISS, the black flag of ISS, openly in the in the country and marching with the flags, but nobody is stopping them, and government is not responding to the victims, those who are getting harassed by the Islamic extremists. Few days back, we have seen in the hub of Bangladesh, in the capital of Bangladesh, at the main place, at Shahbag, on women was harassed by a extremist, and the extremist was in the prison, but later on all the extremists in Bangladesh, Islamic extremists, they went to free him out, and they were marching with Al Quran and giving him the bouquet. This shows where Bangladesh is heading to right now. We can see Bangladesh is heading towards Pakistan. It is becoming a mini Pakistan nowadays in Bangladesh. We can see the activities of IS has been increased in Bangladesh. The activism of Hizbut-e-Tahrir has been mm, activated in Bangladesh. Many times we have seen many protests, many rallies of Hizbut Tahrir, many rallies of Bangladesh Islami Satro Shibir and Jamaat Islam. We have seen it in Bangladesh. And nowadays, I must say the minorities, minor communities, they are suffering a lot all over the Bangladesh. Women, they are not safe in the country. I have talked with many women in the country, and they say before 5th of August, we were able to go outside openly and without any hesitation. But now we cannot go out at the evening even. We can't even think to go out at night. So this is the current situation in Bangladesh. The women who was harassed by that guy was just not wearing a hijab. But in traditionally Bangladeshi women, they are not forced to have hijab, and this is someone's personal choice, right? Everybody has their freedom of choice. So why should someone is coming and interfering into their personal choice? And I must say, Bangladeshi people must stand against the Islamic extremism, which has been increased in a large number with the regime, and support, I must say, with the support of Dr. Mohammad Yunus and his cabinet, because in this time we can see many things being happening, but nobody is arrested. But if you see on guy who is the coordinator, student coordinator, Mr. Hasnat, he was attacked 2 days back. Many people have been arrested because Hasnat was attacked. But when you see a women is being harassed, minorities community is being harassed, a woman who is from Hindu community was raped in a bus, who was going to Rajshahi, and these things are taking in a very, they are not taking it seriously. So I must say everybody should stand, and we should try to come out of this bad situation. And we must understand Bangladesh is our own country. We must not go out of the country, and we should fight back. Bangladeshi people should fight back. Those who believe in the independence of Bangladesh, those who believe in 1971, those who believe in Joy Bangla, those who believe Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman as the fundamental leader of Bangladesh should come out of their house, because this is not time. This is not the time to stay like this. We should come out and we should make our country greater again, which as it was during the regime of Sheikh Hasina. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Sumon. So we also witnessed a significant event today in Bangladesh. The former Prime Minister of Kotadia has returned to Dhaka after taking treatment from abroad. So I'd like to go to Mr. Karim to know from him that we saw a spontaneous celebration near the airport when she arrived, and the way that they headed towards her residence in Gulshan, we thought the whole night there will be a larger celebration with all their party big leaders and the activists. But we seen just after evening, very surprisingly, we found no central leader or other or many people, which is very unusual in the political culture of Bangladesh. And also the narrative of media got changed very rapidly. So do you want to give some comment on this? Yeah. Java, you are can you please unmute?
The dynamic of Bangladesh politics is always intervention from somebody else. If you look at it, when recently Jamaat Amir and Naibe Amir went to London and met with Khaleda, probably they have threatened her or something, because she is, if you look at recently, all the direction was coming from Tariq Rahman. And Tariq Rahman, there was a lot of cases against him. And if you look at all the cases against Inus was withdrawn or dismissed, either were. Now, if you look at the Tariq Rahman cases, it's not been dismissed or nothing happened. His cousin came in, he was arrested and sent to jail. So that's why I said Tariq Rahman is not going to be able to come to Bangladesh, or not able to go to Bangladesh, because this government will not let that happen, because BNP might start gathering and protesting and demanding the elections. That's one of the things. And the other is Khaleda Zia is elderly. She has a lot of health condition. So probably the other things could happen is if she get active in her statement, or she get involved in politics, or go to the meeting and meetings, all the party meetings, then it will change. But what I'm hearing from BNP leaders, they are saying, okay, we won elections, but what we are not seeing that if you look at the Attorney General, he was in BNP politics, the others places. So they are getting benefited, not to be in power, but getting all the juices from milking milk from it. So they are in not power, but getting every benefit of it. So, and what is happening right now, they said, okay, everything has to go, a elected government has to approve anything that the interim government does. It has to go to parliament, and parliament has to approve. And so far nobody has assured Yunus that we will take it to the parliament and approve it. If it's not approved, everything goes away. And and if you look at up 75, after 75 there was the indemnity was done, it was done by that government, and then later on it was in it was parliament, and parliament approved it. That's why all the blame goes against Zia Rahman. So now BNP don't want to take another blame. That's okay. If we do this, Bangladeshi people will say, okay, you have done against our 71 or against our freedom, independency. So we don't want to do this. So that's another things could happen. BNP might, or they are in the age, that's what they're saying, okay, maybe we'll see something happening. Kotadia came in, they might do that. But as you said, Bangladesh in term, always in when the senior leaders come or the party chief come, the other goes there and they start celebrating that. But people, they organize also, uh, her daughter-in-law, two of daughter-in-law accompany
I
with.
was just going to say her name. Yes, please. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Zubaida Rahman. I think Ashish want to say something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Ashish, please.
Yeah, actually, that is, I just want to say in extension to his point of opinion that we know that Muhammad Yunus, despite his Nobel Prize, he has become a danger to both the democratic process and the regional peace as well. Because whatever is happening in Bangladesh will definitely impact the Bangladesh relationship on India. Recently, the entire world is aware, whatever he stated publicly, that if India will attack on Pakistan, right? Bangladesh, then he publicly stated that
Yeah,
if
yeah, yeah.
India will indulge into war with Pakistan, then Bangladesh will conquer the seven sister states of India. Now, let me remind to the Muhammad Yunus ji that India played very significant role in 71, and we are the nation who believes in the territorial sovereignty. यानी कि we generally used to say in Hindi that हम हमारी संप्रभुता में विश्वास करने वाला राष्ट्र है. यदि कोई हमारी संप्रभुता में हस्तक्षेप करता है तो हम घर में घुस के मारते हैं. But now the Muhammad Yunus is speaking the language of Pakistan. I have never seen such kind of biased statement from the Bangladeshi leader since 1971. Why Muhammad Yunus is speaking that kind of undemocratic language with the India, with whom it has a very great and a cordial relations. So it is an alarming situation for the entire South Asia. And that is why the solution is very much clear. There must be inclusive, constitutional and democratic, free and fair elections within the Bangladesh. And Sheikh Hasina should really, lead the Bangladesh because she was the leader. Whatever has happened was really unacceptable, but it has happened with the support of some external forces.
Thank you. Sheikh Hasina should lead Bangladesh
Yeah,
from this
absolutely.
sentence.
She should.
I want to come to Sumon. If you can say a few words, how you really justify this sentence?
Uh, I want to say something about Muhammad Yunus Nobel Prize. As Ashish mentioned that he is a Nobel laureate. Dr. Muhammad Yunus has got Peace Prize. Actually, I don't know what he has done for the peace in the world or in Bangladesh or in his own village in Chittagong. I actually don't know. He is an economist, and uh, we all
He
know
contrib-
his.
Uh,
he
oh my
funded
God.
that he did.
Yeah. He funded. He funded Hillary Clinton for her election and against Donald Trump. We all know that. And Dr. Muhammad Yunus, not only Dr. Muhammad Yunus, all his cabinet members from the very beginning of the regime of Dr. Muhammad Yunus, they are using some language that goes totally against India. they want to, they want to establish a narrative in Bangladesh that this government is against India. But what we have seen, the import has been increased from India in Bangladesh in 17%. So I don't know, actually they want to just eyewash the mango people of Bangladesh or not. I think that's what they want to do, because they also must be aware of geopolitics, politics, that Bangladesh is Bangladesh has good connection with India geographically, diplomatically, and culturally also. And India is a very big country who is sharing its largest border with Bangladesh. India's economy is huge comparative to if we compare with Bangladesh. So I don't know, they are using those languages with sense or without sense. I actually don't know. And if you know about Mr. Mahfuz Alam, who is considered as the mastermind of the meticulous design of July Shorojantra in Bengali, what we can say. So I don't. He also posted something on social media, a map of Bangladesh, extended map of Bangladesh, that Bangladesh already has taken almost 7 sisters and some parts of West Bengal, Bihar, and he is imagining like this. But we should come to the reality. He should also come to the reality what India is, what Bangladesh is. We should aware of our own strength. We should aware of the strength of our neighbors, and we must believe during the regime of Sheikh Hasina, Bangladesh had very healthy relationship with India, and India always helped us in 1971. We must know which role India played for us, and we must be grateful to India, and we must have the sense of geopolitics and our geographical land, that how much we are relying on India. So we must have good relation with India, and Bangladesh and India ties should be always very strong, as I must say.
Yeah,
And
you're
it
absolutely
is
right.
possible. Just let me add one thing. It is possible only when the Awami League is in power in Bangladesh, because the ideology of Awami League is secularism, and the secularism only can have good relationship with India, because without Awami League, only Islamic radicals group come in the power, and they will never have a good relationship with India. They want to make Bangladesh Pakistan again. So we must go against this regime of Yunus. Thank you.
Yeah. See, despite of like power. I mean, India is a very large country. Bangladesh is a small country. India has a large economy. Bangladesh has small economy. India has a large army. Bangladesh has small army. Actually, when I very closely got chance to work with Sheikh Hasina regime, so we saw like how strategically Sheikh Hasina government maintain relation with India. It's not about who is big or who is small. It's a strategic alliance.
Yes,
It's the
because
friendship.
if
It's
you
the
look at it,
bonding.
if I can say one thing, so, okay, you can change. You can say, okay, I'm not going to live with her or him. Spouses, okay, you can say, okay, tomorrow we're separated. We're not living together. But you cannot change your neighbor. Your
Yeah,
neighbor
it is.
will be there. You cannot change your neighbor. You can change your spouses, but you cannot change your neighbor.
Absolutely,
You
yeah.
have to know that this is the things you have to do that. And also, if we look at it, what Awami League has done, they have not said anything that the transit. Everybody in Bangladesh think that Bangladesh has Sheikh Hasina has given transit to India, but whereas India has given transit, which they uses their port, seaport, and land plus their road to export Bangladeshi goods to 36 nations. Have you
Right.
ever seen that Awami League has said that in that, okay, it's a bilateral, it's not a
Yeah.
unilateral. So always we think we are giving it to India, we're not getting from India. So
You know why? Yeah. Jacob, I would like to contribute one single thing. That see why they were strategically very strong, because this current regime, if they want to go for any negotiation, what they do, they use the Yunus Center, which is a corporate structure, right?
yeah,
He uses the very unconstitutional and not experienced team to decide what diplomatic discussion they will throw. On the other hand, we have properly witnessed, experienced that whenever Sheikh Hasina goes to any country, she engage her academicians like professors from Dhaka University, professor from Chittagong University, and the ex-diplomats who has long history to work on diplomacy in in the particular countries. So whatever decision has been made, whatever agreement they have signed, all were like this. It was a very win-win negotiation for both the countries, because, and that's why I remember particularly in the year 2019 2020, even the High Commission of India was not happy with Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, because in all the diplomatic or bilateral negotiation, Sheikh Hasina was very strong and very strict from from the Bangladesh point of view. But still the relationship was very smooth. At least the people of both the nation, they didn't suffer. For the medical, we are seeing significant challenges for the international. However, if we talk about the Bangladesh politics, we have seen that Bangladesh Chhatra League, the oldest and the largest student wing of largest student organization of the country, we have seen how significantly they have participated in the historical movement of the political dynamics, political journey of Bangladesh. And then after 5th August, they have targeted Bangladesh Student League and they have banned them. On the other hand, we see their positive footprint around the globe and the relationship. I know, Mr. Ashish, you have direct communication with our with the president of Bangladesh Chhatra League, Mr. Saddam, and you share your views, and also you do academic discussion with the development of both the nation. And so I want to hear from you that how
Yeah.
your party is taking that non-stop attack on Bangladesh Student League, their family, their establishment. They are not let to participate in the class. They are not allowed to participate in the HSC exam. So can you please express like how your party is thinking on this?
See, our Indian Youth Congress stand is very much clear that we have officially recognized the democratically elected Sheikh Hasina's government. But whatever is happening in the Bangladesh region, it is absolutely undemocratic. Now you can see how the stalwarts leader of the Awami League and the several student leaders of the Chhatro League had been killed during that undemocratic violence. So that was motivated by the external forces. But our party stand is very much clear. We believe in the secular, democratic, constitutionally elected government, and that government was the Awami League government. And hence, we are constantly raising the serious question in India and asking to the BJP government as well that why the Prime Minister Modi is silent, is not taking any stand that whatever is happening in Bangladesh. So Prime Minister Modi should speak and take a stand of the Awami League that there must be inclusive democratic election. But it may take some time as it is a diplomatic, tension, and India is also in a diplomatic tension with Pakistan right now. But I am very sure that the India's present dispensation will definitely listen our voice, and the time is no longer where there will be officially elected constitutional government in Bangladesh, because Chhatro League is the largest organization, I would say, in comparison to the Indian Youth Congress as well. That is what I have read, yeah, right, about the Chhatro League, and well, that one of the strongest pillar of the Awami League in the Bangladesh is the Chhatro League, right? The same way we are the Youth Congress, which has been established by our former Prime Minister, late Srimati Indira Gandhi ji, during the 70s. So that is why we are constantly raising the serious question and asking this question to the present state dispensation about the Bangladesh, about the Chhatroli, the attack on students, the situation of the women, educational system, the religious fundamentalism, Islamic fundamentalism, which got propounded once the that Mohammad Yunus taken a charge of Bangladesh, and which is not acceptable to the any country. So that is why there must be a politically and a constitutionally corrected legitimate state dispensation in Bangladesh. Bangladesh is the only nation. That is what I had delivered a lecture among the international community, and I stated that Bangladesh is the only country in the entire South Asia which got propounded on the linguistic nationalism, Bangobandhu. That was the Bangla, language. So that is why there must be inclusivity and the acceptance of all forms of diversity in Bangladesh.
I think I want to add is
Yeah, yeah,
because
sir.
if you look at it, when Modi, Prime Minister Modi came to US, President Trump's there was a question about Bangladesh was
Yeah.
asked, and he said, President Trump clearly said, "I gave it to Modi," but Modi has not said any
Anything.
sentences yet, whereas Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard clearly said this what happening in Bangladesh couple of times. In India, she said it while she was in the US. She said it while she was while she was in India. But I have not seen anything from Modi that okay, I do not accept this. Even when Dr. Inu said, okay, we'll attack Seven Sister, that's the attacking the Sorban, a Sorban, attacking India, but Modi did not say anything. And one of
Absolutely.
the, I'm seeing one of the questions. They said, okay, Khalilur Rahman has contacted Arakan. Arakan army control part of it. They need to understand this. Is the Myanmar government has a huge army. If we give corridor for humanitarian ground, then if they attack that people, if Myanmar government, we cannot do that anything because is we are supporting the Bangladesh is part of some kind of supporting the Arakan army. So if you look at it, Bangladesh has lost control part of it because the Arakan army came inside of Bangladesh 10 kilometers and they did dance. So all these things you have to, if you want to do something, you have to engage the party involved with it. India, Russia, China, US, and Burma. You cannot give corridor without without these people concerned. You have to listen to their concern, and also when you give the corridor in all over the world, what we have seen, it became a war zone, and we cannot have that. So that's why I said you can give corridor through Thailand. Why not Thailand? Why not through Laos? Why you have to go through Bangladesh? Because if you do that, because look at Bangladesh, their main tourism is in Cox's Bazar and Bandarban. That Bangladesh will lose their income from tourism. Number one. Number two is they might uh, they might lose part of Bangladesh uh, to Arakan army because they are coming inside of Bangladesh. So it's going to be a war zone, and Yunus is playing games with it because he wants to stay in power and keeping everybody say what conditions he's giving this corridor. He has not stated a single say, okay, what are the conditions? In what condition they are giving it? He has not said anything because all he is trying to do, he wants to stay in power so he can let the Bangladesh be bottomless and he can stay in power. And his company can be a mafia company.
Yeah, you are
And he
right.
can steal all the money outside of
They're really heading towards forming the mafia company in Bangladesh. We are witnessing one by one the big projects are coming from the
Yeah. If you look at
government.
the PSC licensing, instead of giving to Gramin Robi or Banglaling, it went to Gramin phone. So everything you look at it is going to somewhere where Dr. Inus can get benefited from it.
Yeah, thank you. We are almost at the end of our show, so I will like to go each of our guests for their closing remarks. So before going there, what we have heard today, the tension is going, severe tension is going on in Bangladesh politics. We have seen the issue human corridor between Bangladesh, Myanmar. Then Pakistan is promoting their narrative through Bangladesh. There is tension in India between India Pakistan again, and on the other hand, the misengagement of China in Bangladesh politics. So on this all context, the ultimate sufferer is the people of the country. Again, we are telling the ultimate sufferer of the people of the country. So on this above context, I would like to come to Mr. Sumon for his closing remarks, please.
Thank you. As I represent Bangladesh Students League, so I must say, as Bangladesh Students League is banned in Bangladesh, it is historically it was banned also by Pakistan government. Now, pro-Pakistan government is banning Bangladesh Students League, so it doesn't actually matter to us. And I must repeat the words of my president, Mr. Saddam Hussein. Bangladesh Chhatro League in Bengali, Bangladesh Chhatro League অবশ্যই ফিরবে, তবে ভয়ঙ্কর রূপে নয়। বাংলাদেশ ছাত্র লীগ বাংলাদেশের সকল মানুষের ভরসা হয়েই ফিরবে। জয় বাংলা, জয় বঙ্গবন্ধু।
Thank you, Mr. Shumon. So I would like to go, Mr. Karim, if you can throw your closing remarks.
Well, I will say that if Bangladesh, the people of Bangladesh want their solvent country, it's an independent Bangladesh. They want to see independent Bangladesh, a progressive Bangladesh, where everybody lives together, the minorities and the majority lives together with harmony. And also, if they want to see Bangladesh progress, if Bangladesh become not a superpower but economically powerful nation, where it becomes a next Singapore or Malaysia, then they have to stand up in their feet and protest against the Yunus government, where they can say, okay, we want a independent government who is independent, who we can run an election and inclusive election, and then Awami League, Jatiyo Party, everybody can have a voice and they can participate in the election. And so there will be we want to see free and fair election. What I will compare this with India's election. If you look at the India's election, they do state by state. They don't do all India in one term. So if you want to fair and free election, then you have 7 district or 7 division, or maybe you can do whole Bangladesh in 10 days and divide in zone, and then have an election. See whoever get elected, let the people elect their own person, and then the parliament decide what they want to do, how they want to run their government. Not a person who does not have any capacity to run the country, or who is a illegitimate government. I want to see a legitimate government who can run the country with law and order.
Thank you, Karim bhai, for your nice words. I would like to come to Mr. Ashish Kotadia. Thank you so much for giving your valuable time today in Press Express from Bangladesh. We always raise voice for democracy, for the people of the country. I would like to hear your closing remarks from your point of view.
Yeah, absolutely. Our stand is very much clear. We want to see Bangladesh as a emerging economically, democratically nation, as it was earlier, before the political rift. So there must be free, fair, democratically, constitutionally elected government in Bangladesh. Only after that, that country will, run on the way of the progress and all, because the society without constitution would not be able to survive when the Bangladesh at presently is suffering from the lawlessness. So the idea of lawlessness is really not in the interest of the democracy and all. And Bangladesh is a really great democracy since 1971 and all. So that is what we are expecting from the Bangladesh as well.
Thank you, Mr. Ashish. We want to see
thank you so much.
happy. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for your presence today. So we wish from Press Express a happy, and we want to see a stable government coming very soon. And also we would like to see an inclusive, fair election in Bangladesh. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu.
Joy Bangla.
Yeah, Bangla.
জয় বাংলা।